you turn this page in, front and back, this front page, this and this page need to be done. Both should be done by the end of the period. Okay, so we'll simplify each radical. It says no decimal. So that means you need to, no calculator either, okay? Show all work. So 32 can divide by 2 because it's even number. So 2 times what? Use a calculator and do 32 divide by 2. Uh-oh. That's what happens when you get a free app, right? Get equal to 16. So you use that 16 and right there. You don't need this anymore. This 16 you can use, you can take that out and use 2 times 8. 8 can be taken out. You can use 2 times 4. 4 can be taken out to 2 times 2. Nothing anymore, so the only things you have is 2 times 2, that's these 2, times these 2, 3 more, 3. So you got 2 pairs, so 2 squared, radical 2 that's left inside. This radical is still left. So 2 squared, though, I need you to remember this. 2 squared is 4. 2 times 2, and that's radical 2. Number 2, the square root of 72. Same thing. If you don't know, it's 9 times 8. If you do know it's 9 times 8, you can use that. If not, you can divide by 2 because this is an even number and find like we did. Okay, 9 times 9 is 3. Don't use this number. Times 3. 8 is 4 times 2. 4 is 2 times 2. So the numbers that are left is 3 times 3, these 2, and then 2 times 2 times 2. So you got 1, 2 pairs, but 3 to the first, 2 to the first, and this 2 keeps the square root of 2. Now the invisible exponent can be invisible. So it's 2 times 3, not to the first times that. So you can multiply these 2 together to get 6. So your final answer is not that. It's radical 2, 6 radical 2. Okay, so number 3. Square root of 12 is 4 times 3. 4, 12, can't use. 4 can't use because it's been broken down to that. So you got 2 times 2 times 3. 1 pair of 2. 2 to the first, square root of 3. Or just 2 square root of 3. Square root of 8, same thing. 4 times 2, 2 times 2. Okay, so you got 1 pair of 2, 2 to the first, square root of 2. And this can be, the 1 can be invisible. Number 5. Okay, this is when you have a number like this, it means 5. It means 5 times whatever your answer is. Okay, so let's see what's the answer. Square root of 24 is 6 times 4, right? And 6 is 2 times 3. 4 is 2 times 2. Got 2 to the first. And then 2 times 3 is square root of 6. Now you don't need to write the 1, then you need to multiply 5 times 2, 10 square root of 6. That's your answer. Same thing here, so your answer is going to be 8 times whatever this answer is. So square root of 63 is 9 times 7. The 9 becomes 3 times 3. So you got 3, 3, 7. 3 to the first, square root of 7. And then the 1 can be invisible. Then you multiply this together. 24 square root of 7. Okay, that's how you do all of these basically. Okay, so you got negative 7 here times whatever this is 2 times 49. Okay. Two times, and then this is 7 times 7. So you get 2 times 7 times 7. So 7 to the first. Something right here I wrote. Square root of 2. Multiply that, you get negative 49 square root of 2. Okay. Same thing here. So your answer is negative 5 times whatever their square root of 12 is. It's 4 times 3, 2 times 2, so square root of 2, 2, 3. You got one pair, 2 to the first, square root of this 3. This can be invisible. You get 10. Okay. Number 9. Oh, 200's a big one. Well, basically, it's A, right? So you got the A. 200 is 2 times 100. Okay, and 100 is 10 times 10. Two times 5, 2 times 5. So basically you got 1, 2, 3 of them, and 2 5s. But 1, so 2 to the first times 5 to the first, and then the square root of 2 and the A. So you can eliminate the exponent of 1, get 10 square root of 2A. Okay, first, and this is B, B, B. 36 is 6 times 6. Okay, when you have this, you can stop. When they're alike, like when they are the same, so, okay. You can go further. Okay, we'll just keep the same rule. 2 times 3, 2 times 3. So you got one pair of 2 to the first times 3 to the first, and B to the first. The other one, B doesn't have anything. Okay, now you can eliminate the exponent of 1. These 2's make 6b square root of b. Okay, same thing here. 150 15 times 10. Got 3x. This is 3 times 5. 5 times 2. So you 3 times 5 times 5 times 2. That pairs up. So your answer is 5 to the first, x to the first, square root of 2, square root of, not 2, 2. This one only, so 2 only, and then the other one is the x. Okay, this one here, 9 times 6 is 54. 3 times 3, 1. Okay, got one pair only right here. So it's 3 to the first, or there's 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got 2 pairs, r squared. What's left are these 2. Square root of 3 times 2, which is 6. And that's your answer. The 2 needs to be there. The 1 can be invisible. Okay? Backside. Now all this is the same until you get to 17. 17 through 26 is the long one. I may wake up early and do that instead of 12 o'clock nighttime. Okay. This same thing. The only difference is whatever your answer is 6 times whatever your answer is. Okay? So let's do this. You got in there n. So 28 is 4 times 7. 2 times 2. So you got one pair. Yeah, so times, you always write the number with 2 to the first, n to the first, and then the square root of the 7. Now get rid of this exponent, multiply the numbers, always the numbers. That's your answer. Okay? Same thing here. This is 6 times whatever this answer is. Okay, so we'll x. 72 is 9 times 8. 9 is 3 times 3. 4 times 2. So basically you got 3 times 3 times 2 times 2. 2 times x times x. Like that. So 3 to the 1 power, 2 to the 1 power for one pair, then x to the 1 power, and then you write that in a radical 2. Okay. That means you can multiply these all together here. So basically that's 36 x square root of 2. Okay? And then number 15 is the same thing. 2 times whatever your answer is. So n is 3n. 64 is 8 times 8. Okay, and then that can be broken down 2 times 4, 2 times 4. This can be broken down as 2 times 2, 2 times 2. So basically, let's write it all out on the things we don't need. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3n. So 1, 2, 3. N to the third times, no, yeah, n to, not to the third, it's 2. 2, these are 2. 2 to the third, and then only one pair of n. One pair of n. Okay, multiply these here. And then you got one pair of n with an n left. So multiply that. Use your calculator. N to the third is n 16, 2 to 8 times 2 is 16, n square root of n. That's your answer. 16, that's an invisible 1 right here. So negative 1 times whatever this answer is. It's 4 times 7. 2 times 2. So you got 2 times 2 times 7, and then 4k. 4k altogether, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So your answer is 2 to the first times 7, not times 7, times k to the, gosh, I hope I don't mess up so much, it's so late, k to the second, and then you still have this left, so the square root of 7. Multiply these together, you get negative 2k squared square root of 7. Okay, now here's the one that everyone loves, the one that simplify each radical to the nearest tenth, the 10th place. Well, if no calculator shall all work. Square root of 64 is just 8, 8 times 8. So there's no 10th place. Now square root of 8, it's not a perfect square. Square root of 6/4 is a perfect square of 8, and that's it. Here, it's not a perfect square, so you need to choose. Okay? You need to list your square root. Square root of 1, all the perfect squares. I'll list it in the middle, right here, so we can see. Square root of 1, square root of 4, square root of 9, square root of 16, square root of 25, square root of 36, square root of 49, square root of 55. Oh my God, not 55. I'm just tired. Square root of 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 80, 64. 8 times 8. 9 times 9 is 81. And then 100. Okay. Now, square root of 8 goes in between 4 and 9. So you do square root of 4, square root of 9. So 2.0 and 3.0. So your answer could be one of these. Let me write smaller. Or, yeah, let me write smaller. 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, and 2.9. Square root of 8 closer to square root of 9. So the answer for square root of 8 is is 2 point. So it's closer to 9. I choose the last 3 numbers. Start out with the middle one first. So 2.8 times 2.8. It's too late for me. 64, carry the 6, 16, 22. 16, carry 1, 5. 4, 8, 7. 7.84 is only 16.16 away, very close. So probably 2.8. But this is lower than 8, so we'll choose 2.9, see what happens. '81, carry the 8. 18 plus 8 is 26. 2 times 9 is 18, carry the 1, 5. This is 0.41 away. So the close one is 2.8. So the answer then is 2 point. Square root of 8 is 2.8. Okay. Next one. Okay, these ones. For those of you. This is 2 times whatever the square root of 50 is. Okay. So 2 times whatever the square root of 50. Square root of 50 is between 49 and 64. So it's 7.0 and 8.0. Well, it's definitely closer to this. So probably 7.1, 7.2, 7.3. Okay, since it's close to 49, we're just going to choose these 3 numbers. Don't list all the other ones. Okay, we all know it goes to the... So I always try the middle. Okay, add them together. 4, 8, 5. Did I do something wrong? That's just too big. 4, 14. 14 carry 1. This is incorrect. 14 carry 1. 40. 9, 50. Well, that's a lot. Must be 7.1 because it's way over 50. This is 51. So square root of 50 must be 7 point, probably 1. Okay, so 14 carry 1. That's 49. Oh my God. Still too much. I'm doing something wrong. I'm just too tired. I think after this one, I'm call it quits and we'll do video number 2. 7.1. Let's do this again. Make sure it's 1, that's 7. 7 and 49. 50.41. So it's obviously close to 7.1. Okay, multiply them together. You get 14.2.